Hello again. Welcome back to our lesson on negotiating. In the previous lesson, you've learned about how important it is to have a thorough preparation before you negotiate and how to open a negotiation. Our topics for today are making proposals and reaching agreement. Let's start with the first topic for today, making proposals. In a negotiation, someone may disagree with a proposal and they offer an alternative instead. This is called a counter-proposal. To anticipate a negative reaction from the other party to your counter-proposal, you should avoid using strong language. The language that can soften a negative reaction from your counterpart is called diplomatic language. Here is an example. Instead of saying,
"No, that's not good enough,"
you can use less direct or less negative language such as,
"I'm afraid that's not really what we had in mind."
Here are more examples of how you can soften direct language to more diplomatic language.
"That's totally unacceptable.
I don't think we can accept that.
I cannot agree to that.
I'm afraid I can't agree to that.
That's impossible.
I'm sorry, but that's not really a possibility.
That's a stupid idea.
I'm not sure that the idea is realistic.
That's far too expensive."
That's rather more than we want to spend.
So, which one is more difficult, making proposals or responding to proposals? The answer will depend on you. But many people find responding to proposal more difficult because they need time to digest what has been offered and how to react appropriately. Now, let's practice the expressions. Making proposals.
My proposal is to form a new team for the project. Our idea is that we form a new team for the project. I'd like to propose that we make a new team for the project. My suggestion is we make a new team for the project.
Accepting proposals.
I think that meets our requirements. That sounds acceptable. That sounds reasonable. I can accept that. Fine.
Rejecting proposals.
Sorry, but I'm not really sure about that. That's not quite what we had in mind. I'm afraid I'm not convinced by that. I'm afraid I have some reservations about that.
Offering counter proposals.
Instead of forming a new team, how about staying in this team? Rather than forming a new team, we might be able to stay in this team. Could we stay in this team instead? Perhaps a better idea would be to stay in this team.
To recap, if you disagree with your business partner's proposal, you can always reject it and offer a counter-proposal. However, it is advisable that you use diplomatic language. In so doing, your business partner may accept your proposal. Now, let's continue with the second topic, reaching agreement. First of all, I'd like you to listen to an experienced negotiator speak about reaching agreement. What does he say about influencing other people?
So, in the bargaining phase of a negotiation, when you put conditions to the offers you are making, your business partner won't necessarily accept immediately. This is because he or she is probably starting with a different viewpoint to you. And the first step in avoiding argument is to show respect for your partner's opinion and needs. Never say you are wrong. Instead, try to see things from your partner's point of view. When trying to persuade your partner, make them feel important. Show respect and let your partner feel the solution is their idea. Let them do the talking. You need to be a good listener. Check and clarify a few issues to prove that you really are listening. And it helps you to read between the lines, to establish what they really are saying. If your partner remains unsure, give them reassurance. Talk in terms of their interests and demonstrate how agreement can benefit you both.
The negotiator shares 4 important points. First, when persuading, you should make the other party feel important. You should show respect for their opinion and needs. Second, you should be a good listener and let them do the talking. Third, you should check and clarify to prove that you are listening. This way, you'll be able to read between the lines. Finally, talk in terms of their interest and assure them that the agreements can benefit both parties. Let's practice the expressions used in bargaining.
If you can guarantee that our market will expand, then we will accept the proposal. Provided that you could increase our followers, then we could accept your proposal. If you are able to supply a space, we could promote our brand and product there. If you can provide a huge amount of followers, then we are prepared to sponsor your event.
Here are some expressions for persuading.
I know you'll agree that our event has been a huge success over the past years. I'm sure you'll appreciate that we have provided a big amount of promoters for your brand.
And here are some expressions for giving assurance.
I can assure you that our audience will use your services after seeing us use them in our event. You can be sure that your products will be sold out if you sell them at our event.
To recap, in a negotiation, you need to go through the bargaining phase before reaching agreement. Your ability to persuade the other party becomes crucial. Try to always make the other party feel important. Be a good listener. Let them do the talking. Check and clarify to prove that you are listening, and try to find out their real feeling. Finally, talk in terms of their interest. Assure them that the agreement will benefit both parties. So, that concludes our topics for today. See you next time with 2 more topics on negotiating. Have a good day.